This is a video blog. Hello, this is Michael F. Neary, poet, philosopher, fool, and it's been 4 months since my last video blog. Usually I take you on a trip with me someplace, I perform for you. I've done a lot of things in 13 video blogs. For my 14th video blog, I'm going to show you my website, AllthingsMike. I might have to shut down my website as early as next month. A lot of video blogs, of course, are people staring into the little ball camera atop their computer. This isn't the case with me. This is my computer station. Yes, that's a 32-inch LCD television that I use as my primary computer monitor. This is what my website looks like on the IE8 browser. I also have it called up on Google Chrome and on Firefox. And one thing that I do with my website that I think is rather neat is it's scalable. No matter what size browser you have, it always looks pretty much the same. Now I try to do that with my my blog as well. I recently switched to themes, and although this is scalable, if you have photos displayed as large as I do and you scale it too thin, the photos come out all skinny and it cuts some of them off. My website has quite a few sections. Each one of these little selections were dated. I've got the clock over here on the right. The clock is always going to be telling the time in your area, no matter where you are. Down here are my clouds. As I put my pointer over the clouds, and cloudscape, of course, is my background. You always see clouds. You'll see clouds on my blog as well too. And since I switched to themes, I haven't imported the code, I noticed, to make the cloudscape stay. Each one of these clouds takes you to a major section: the Mike video section, my blog, Webshots Gallery, which is my photographs. I have over 7,000 photographs on my Webshots Gallery. Electric poetry site, and here's a picture of the electric poetry site. Each one of these sections over here, here's the 90s. It gives you the years in which I wrote the poetry, and then when you click on them, it gives you a list of the poetry, and then when you click on each title, it gives you the poem. Each year gives you a picture of me, how I looked during that year, 82, 83, etc. I also have a section dedicated to my Mike videos. All of my sections of my website are designed exactly the same. I've been utilizing my website pretty much as a legacy, even though I might have to take it offline. So every year that I'm doing something, like here on the video blog, 2004, I'm going to list the videos, Painted Desert Dreams and Beach Dreams, that I did in that year. 2005, similarly, there's Arbitrary Image Dreams is what that stands for. And I have the platform, here's Vimeo and here's Zanga, where I have displayed that video. I've gone all the way up to 2008 on this site. And these take a while to put together. There's LA Dreams, Renaissance Day 2008, Culver City Customs. Another section is the Yes But Is It Art Gallery. I call myself a failed artist. In each one of these sections, I have essays that tell you the history of art, philosophy of art here, a selection of my drawings, a selection of my computer composites, and when you click on one of these thumbnails, it'll take you to the page with that image. In this particular section, unlike my poetry, which I have always needed to do on the poetry, is I do have back and next buttons that will take you to the next selection in that section. If you click one of the individual pictures, a separate browser window comes up with the complete piece of artwork. Here's the Cultural Blender. I call myself a student of popular culture, and I had this idea for the Cultural Blender image, which is a number of cultural icons mixed in a blender. The idea being that on the internet especially, all of cultural history has equal weight. I did create some icon pages. In fact, this my Marilyn Monroe icon page is one of popular pages. I have an essay about Marilyn Monroe. I have images, and I have some movies. My Betty Boop website was created in 2002, and this is the second version of that site. It's called the Betty Boop Pages. I am a longtime collector of Betty Boop figurines, and what I do on the site is I create graphical composites utilizing my figurines. The figurine of Betty as a country western figure is a collector plate, and I've put her on the stage in the Grand Ole Opry. Betty standing in front of a classic car. The classic car is an image that was taken at a car show. The background is Broadway Street in downtown LA from another photograph, and Betty is from another photograph. Here's the same figurine. It looks like she's been shot from the ground looking up in Pershing Square in Los Angeles. That's the Library Tower, or the U.S. Bank Tower in the background. But really, she's a figurine that's sitting next to my television, and I photographed her against a green screen, and that's one of my photographs of downtown L.A. I have a whole website dedicated to clowns, and this is a perfect example of how I construct a website. I called this a website in a weekend. I created this whole website that's collecting the images off the web, creating the composite images, writing all of the text, all of the history, doing the research. I do all my research on the internet, and constructing the website in the Dreamweaver program, which in one weekend I create what I hope to be the quintessential website dedicated to that subject. And you click on a thumbnail, and just like in all the other sections of my website, you see all the images. There's me as a clown, done completely in the computer. I wasn't wearing any makeup. I created that makeup in the computer. The individual image, another image will come up, and another browser window showing you the complete piece of artwork. This is an older section. This is the Love Search section. Each one of these sections around the castle takes you to one of the stories of the Love Search. This is the Electric Movies section. I really took a lot of time creating this thing, and I used to write movie reviews every week until I got sick of the fact that I was writing the reviews, and really what I wanted to do was watch the movies. This hasn't been updated, boy, since 2003. I have a section on gangs of New York. I used to have a diary on Blogspot, and it's still online. The whole thing is online. These were small mini reviews, tributes to a number of different movies as I was seeing them, and I wrote this for a couple of years prior to my When Words Collide on Zanga. This is my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel has 64 uploads. Some of these do not have any audio channels, and that's mainly because YouTube sometimes deletes the copyrighted material, even though I always give credit where credit is due. Across the top are some tabs. These tabs take you to history, which is what I believe is the best essay that I've ever written on the internet. And this is a complete history of the world where I don't mention dates or events by name. Half Century is my autobiography, and this starts out with chapter 1, I Am Born. You can read everything you ever wanted to know about the Mikester. This is my childhood, and this is 3 pages long, 3 internet pages long, so there's a lot of content here. All of this has been posted on my blog in the past, in section. And we're up to chapter 8, Junior Hijinks, which is my life in junior high. Eternity is talking about the far future, and basically is just a link to the Universal blog. The Universal blog is my spiritual blog. And I also post sections of this, like I post sections of everything else on my website, to my blog from time to time. And the last tab up here is my sexual history. My sexual history is one of my long-form novels, or blog novels I call them, where I write a chapter at a time, post it to the blog, and then put it here on my website. And I actually have this so that you can actually click the chapter you want to go to, and it's coded so that it goes directly to that chapter. We can always go back to the main page again whenever you see AllthingsMike anywhere, including on my blog. You click the AllthingsMike and you go right to the website. Over here on the right, you'll find the From the Webmaster message. And I want to read my last couple of paragraphs from this. Ultimately, when I visit a personal website, I want the webmaster to take me on a personal view of his domain. Each piece of artwork, each word of poetry or prose, should be made of the glass of the universal mirror into which I can peer and see myself, by getting a view of the person behind the creation. The best websites do this. I hope for AllthingsMike to be structured with this in mind. So I invite you to go exploring and to read me like a book. Come back often, the images entice, and the ultimate truth is to be revealed in these words. This is not a website to speed through on your way somewhere else. It is a long, lazy afternoon under a tree with a good book. And so when people tell me that my blog entries are too long, I like to point them back to that paragraph that I wrote on August 5th, 2001, almost a decade ago, when I put this website online. My website is my life. My life has lasted for over 57 years. Hopefully my life will last a few more years. I'm a creative person. I've been writing since the age of 14. I've been making videos since 1986. I've been dancing and singing and entertaining. I seem to keep on ticking like the Energizer Bunny. Right now I'm on an exercise regimen that would probably stifle a teenager. I swim almost every week, at least twice a week at the pool. I take walks every night. A year ago I was on crutches. Well, not a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, when my hip replacement broke. I recently had to have a cataract removed in my eye. Maybe in another 3 or 4 years I'll be completely bionic, or maybe they'll even invent cloning by then, or pass laws to make it okay so that I can pass myself into another body and live forever. I have no idea. But right now, for the next month, my website is online. I hope you've enjoyed this. This video blog has been constructed without a script. That's a little different. Usually I do have written material that I read from, even though it's off screen like a teleprompter. Actually, it's on my computer screen. So, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm just running off at the mouth. I mean, stream of consciousness talking, speaking as if I was speaking to you and you were right in this room. I talk a lot. I write a lot. I type really fast. I'm Michael F. Neary, poet, philosopher, fool, and this has been a tour of my website. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.